Elimination or victory is what faces these players now in the lower bracket. Only 4 wins potentially from a World Championship victory. They can stay alive and keep moving, but one of these teams is to be going home after this match. And we're starting off with Manta from Super B.L.T.X with a blimp to sail in. And it looks like it's going to be an Electro Dragon pop out of there. The Electro Dragon with a couple of balloons to go ahead and get out in front of it, get the Monolith under control. They're down, clones it up. It's an Electro. We don't see a lot of Electro, but look at this. As he chains through the Town Hall, he's actually going to be able to hit the Clan Castle, and that means the troops inside of it are going to go down with it, but he does have the Clan Castle staying standing there. He's still moving. Headhunter slowing down the strikes of these E-Drags, and they shut down the strikes so slow there, and they're already slow firing troops, but look at that chain. Able to get the Headhunters out of the way here, but the Clan Castle stays standing, and that means there are some heavy troops inside of it. He needs to be very, very mindful about putting any ground troops inside of the range of that CC right now.
Well, he's got the Super Dragons flying through, so he should be good on that regard as long as he waits long enough. But they have a clear path now to the Clan Castle. We talked about the Electron yesterday, and it's fantastic to see it. Super Dragons will make easy work of that Navi Clan Castle. King now reinforcing the Queen since that is down. And the Super Dragons have just got easy pathing up towards the Multi and the Eagle.
Staying together nice and tight here. The range towers start to activate. There's the ward ability catching every single one of these Super Dragons. Queen on the outside of the base there gets forced to ability by the ground expos though. That's going to take away her insurance to be able to stay alive later on. We'll see if she can stay alive. The Unicorn tops her back off. The Dragons make their way into the other side, getting these ground expos down. Very, very important to take the damage off of his heroes as they will try to reach through the final leg of this attack.
Yeah, and he's trying to save some of the spells for the back-end Queen there. They managed to take out the defenses around that, so he should be able to get to the Queen without too much damage. Still has the Royal Champion ability, 2 free spells, and an invisibility. Time is certainly on his side. He just has to time this correctly. Freeze is fantastic, and the enemy Queen is about to fall.
Getting to the Queen before getting stuck on the ground skellies was a big deal right there, and he does get her down before she can deal any significant damage. Now the World Champion pushing through. Looking very, very good here from Monto. Still with a freeze, still with an invisibility. RC could probably finish this base off on her own, but she's got all the support of the world from the other heroes there, and this one is surely going to be the first triple of the war here in the favor of Super B.L.T.X.
Starting off as they mean to continue with that momentum from beating Strut yesterday. They showed us they really could win it all, and today, when the pressure was on, the first attack is never easy. Manta with a convincing 3-star. Maybe the predictions have been flipped around, but Navi, they've been in this situation before. They won't be feeling that pressure, I'm sure. What a start for Super B.L.T.X, though. Exactly what they needed.
Setting the bar, setting it at a 3-star, making Navi play on your level there, and that's what it's all about here. You just gotta set the stage, set the pressure, and I love what he did to start here. I love to see the Electron. You don't see it very often. Notice how he let the balloons coast out of the way there. The balloons died out there, and then he cloned the Electro Dragon, and so he could make sure that he get the extra chains. It got the biggest defenses down. Would have been nice to get the Clan Castle, but it wasn't a problem there. He had 100% under control the entire time there, and that's just how you get it done.
Yeah, fantastic job. And what an interesting aspect this is. If they are able to defend Navi, I'm thinking about the RPG matchup yesterday. RPG, or Reported Gaming, obviously did defend Navi, but they weren't able to capitalize initially. So, interesting, but let's see whether Navi can respond.
Sinthe stepping away from his normal. Sinthe historically has done almost exclusively Skelly donut attacks here, but to switch it up, he sees an opportunity to do a Super Archer Bomb. He's got the Super Barbarians to back it up here, but the Warden will protect the Blimp all the way in, and protect the balloons as well here. Blimp sails all the way across and will land in that Town Hall compartment. Quite a large compartment right there, but as soon as the Goblins are out of the way there, it's gonna get the traps triggered, and then the clones come down, make it all invisible, rage it up, and start to work your way through that area. Notice how he's able to take out the Monolith there just by striking at the other targets around him. But look at the value he's getting out of that. He's going to get the Clan Castle. He's going to get this Eagle Artillery. That's some good value right there. And now he's got all kinds of options on how he wants to do the next phase here, because he did get the Eagle and the Town Hall, and those are usually your primary targets when you do this attack.
Absolutely, the patience he had of allowing the test troops, the goblins and the wall breakers, to set off those traps first before using the clone spell, and even the invisibility, just rotating them around very slightly. Perfect job. Now we see the greater push starting from the bottom. The King using the Apprentice Warden as well there to boost the hit points of all of those troops in its radius, and he's got the pathing set. He just has to make sure to push around the right-hand side. We do need to be careful of this Queen.
Yeah, the Queen, I was about to say, the Queen may end up going the other way, because the only thing that he didn't get right here was breaking the ring of defenses so that the heroes would guarantee go the same direction, but he does keep them together there. The Expo is doing some damage. The Queen is going to step up, and she pops her ability at the same time that the King is providing the tanking there, so a little bit of a wasted value of the Royal Cloak there, but he's okay. The Royal Champion pushes through, and he's got 29 Super Barbarians. He's definitely in a little bit of a tough spot here. There's a lot of base, and he's already lost 2 heroes, and this is not going to be an easy push here with a lot of big defense still setting, especially when he gets to the back end. On that left side, we see the Rage Tower with the multi and scatter shot next to it, and by the time he gets to the Royal Champion, will probably have exhausted most of her HP.
Yeah, he's into the last minute, and this is almost the same situation Synthé was in yesterday with that time fail. Super Barbarian struggling up top here, and I wonder whether just having all of the heroes condensed like that was the issue, rather than you want to spread them out so they're covering each other but also firing at different targets. Nice use of the Super Barbarian down the bottom to pop that Rage Tower nice and early before the rest of his troops get there, but with the Royal Champion and only a couple of Super Barbs, I don't think he can get this.
No, I think he's okay. He's still got the RC ability there. He can use it to try to hit the Expo there. 1, 2, 3. No, he does not get the Expo, but he's going to step his way in. Diggy's still there. Diggy steps in. Diggy takes the stun and shut the Expo down. It's already a large fee. He's swarming the backside. Synthé holds it together. He's got the triple for Na'Vi.
Why did I even doubt him? With 10 seconds to spare as well. He just wants to keep it interesting for us all here. You could hear the crowd cheering. 3 stars apiece. And that's what we expect from day 3 of the finals.
All right, well, now we got the war tied up here. 1 triple on each side. And I guess we got a chance to look at the audio of the players. Let's take a look at that.
Yes, cleanups.
One side.
Yes. Yes, cleanups.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let's go. Good job.
Nice. Yes. Let's go. That is the feeling of the Na'Vi camp. Even though Super B.L.T.X can get that 3-star, they're all full of smiles. Keep that energy up, and that's exactly what they need to do. Focus on their own gameplay. They've been building bases for a long time, and they've just got to hope they hold up. So let's see if they can with the next attack.
Keep it moving here. Try to get more triples. Try to keep the pressure on to Na'Vi. Somebody is bound to make a mistake there, so you have to be ready to capitalize on it. But it is going to be Meow going in with a zap into, looks like Lalo. And looks like he's got a couple sneak goblins and super barbarians as a super troop selected, and he will begin with the Flameflinger. Did end up getting the Flameflinger targeted by the that wizard tower for just one, but that's relatively low damage. Maybe that's okay. But no, that could be a problem right there, because if he lost a little bit of HP, it depends on how far he wants to push that. Because I'm seeing that he has a skeleton spell, and I wonder if the skeleton spell was intended to tank the Monolith, which would be able to outrange the Flameflinger and be able to keep it under control there. But if the Flameflinger doesn't have enough HP to then move on and take the Town Hall, that could definitely be a problem. He needs to, if his plan was to secure the Town Hall takedown with the Flameflinger, then he may need to start to reevaluate that plan right now because of that small mistake.
I think he is. He's sticking with it for the moment with the Yeti to tank the multi-mortar. Perfect timing on that one, although it was very close. And you would think that Flame Flinger has a lot of hit points because it takes so long to go down. It's actually really squishy, so even those couple of shots from the Wizard Tower is a big deal. But we see the heroes and the sneaky goblins used to help funnel them and speed them through to the Town Hall.
Absolutely. It looks like that Flame Flinger was intended to go off to the left anyway, so it is going to plan here. He should have enough to get that scatter shot down, and that's a good sign for him. But he does get the Tornado Trap triggered ahead of the heroes there, a very big deal, and gets the Clan Castle pull. And look at this, he's going to engage the Clan Castle before he activates the Town Hall, so he's not taking any Oh, this Queen! She skips past the Ice Golems and activates the Town Hall, and now he's going to start to take all that extra damage.
He certainly is. His own Ice Golem comes in handy in order to freeze that. There we see the red air mine right next to the Town Hall, so he knows he's good at this point with the lava balloon in that regard, using the Warden ability to protect the Hound, flying up to that most northern air defense as well. But he's got to get a strong push here with the spells as the balloons move out.
Yeah, but he did get the Flame Flinger to drop out super minions that were able to take out the defensive Queen on the backside of the base there and pre-trigger the Rage Tower, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Road Champion steps in, gets the stun of the Bolt Inferno. The King's about to engage her. She pops her ability, takes it down, and that should be the triple again for Super B.L.T.X.
And they are taking down these bases quickly and with so many troops left alive. We can't even count the balloons left up there. Wow, what a super performance from Super B.L.T.X. and really keeping the pressure on Navi. 3 triples to start this war.
Yeah, very, very strong start here. Exactly what we wanted out of this match. And both of these teams definitely came to take this win. And right now, the pressure is going to be on to Navi to get the response. And you don't want to fall behind. Not with the momentum that Super B.L.T.X. has over that last war that they played, where they got 14 stars against Strut to be able to survive to this match in the first place. So they're running hot, and Navi just has to run hotter. So we'll have to see if they can get another triple on the board here and just stay pace.
It's the first team to crack. What do you think's going through their minds right now?
Oh, this is just another day of Clash. They know exactly what they're doing. They have so much experience on both sides here, and they all have a lot of end of tournament play as well. So like they know the pressure, but let's see if they can handle it right now as we pass it over to the next attack for Navi.
Gaku has been in this situation last year. Probably sitting in the exact same spot, keeping his cool, starting with the Queen charge to the south, lightning spells for the sweeper up there. Then we're just going to let the Queen presumably take a couple of the defenses down here, recall her out early. And then where do you think she's sending her? To the other side of the base, I would guess at this point.
Yeah.
Set the funnel either side.
I would say get the Eagle. Usually if you get the Eagle Artillery down early in a Dragon Tactor, if it's exposed, it's definitely worth the time investment, whether you use a Siege Machine or the Queen Charge in this case with the recall. And then I feel like he would want to go in on the Town Hall side of the base, but he's also taking out a sweeper with that little lightning that was facing the bottom right. And it looks like he's already started Super Dragons in there, using the Eagle Artillery takedown as his funneling point there. He's also holding a Blimp right now, and so he can cross Blimp all the way through and secure the Town takedown. But we're already seeing traps going off in that area on the edge of the base there with a couple of sinking air mines, and now he pops the Warden ability early, did not use the Blimp, and that means that Blimp is, if it's intended to go to the Town Hall, which I'd assume it be, then he's gonna have to put it in unprotected across to the Town Hall, so definitely keep an eye out for traps when it goes in.
Yeah, there's a long way to go, so at this point just waiting for the Super Dragons to clear as much base as possible, but that Expo that did not go down is a huge problem here. Firing away at the Queen, decides to send in the Baby Dragon. A nice adaptation there in order to take that down, and there's the red air mine farm right as he did so.
Yeah, a little Coco Baby Dragon, I want to say there.
Why not?
Yeah, just get all the traps cleared, because that's the same path that the Queen's going to be taking, but he does go ahead and send that Blip. The Queen is Is she going to go down the channel here and go to the inside of the base, or is she going to go north and go to the top side and support the king of the Monolith right there? But here comes the Clan Castle pull as he drops the Yetis out of there. Monolith stays steady. He's got the skeleton spell as the troops start to make their way, but not looking at anything heavy right now. And the Queen, no poison. It's more here. The Queen getting absolutely decimated by, was that goblins?
It looks like it. Small troops anyway, annihilating the Archer Queen. He's still protected the RC ability up top. He's got the freeze spell, and the Air Warden actually did really good down the bottom there. Maybe the Phoenix can get the scatter shot as well, which would be a huge deal coming down to the end of this attack.
Yeah, he's got some cleanup over the side while the Phoenix is providing tanking, and he does end up missing it, but RC still has her ability. She can still get this. She's right there with the Queen. The heal is transfer to the World Champion. That gives him a really good chance. 30 seconds on the clock. The Frosty gets in there, slows the fire down to the Expo, but the World Champion stepping her way through, gets the Expo down. Time, watch the clock, 20 seconds. He's very, very close, but he's not there yet.
Oh, he would love to have a troop or two to deploy to the left-hand side there. The Queen will get the Clan Castle. I think he's good in the center here, but with 10 seconds, it's not going to happen on those final few buildings. Heartbreak for Navi, and after 2 attacks each, Super B.L.T.X with a 4-building lead, and obviously the star.
Very, very close there. He held it together the best he could, and it gets rough. You got so many different things going on at the same time. The pathing was a little bit weird to try to figure out exactly where that Queen was going to go, but he handled it perfectly. I think the plan was very, very solid, and just a couple of extra seconds is all the difference in the world sometimes, and that's why you got to get that setup going as efficiently as possible so you don't waste any of those precious seconds.
Exactly. I did notice when he was first deploying the Super Dragons, there was a lot of seeking air mines. He managed to trigger 1 or 2 with the Coco Loons, but then some of them were further in, so there was a bit of a blend. Some of them were hitting the Super Dragons as well. So maybe Super B.L.T.X were expecting an air approach, potentially even the Queen charge Super Dragons with it being popular from that side of the base.
Yeah, also that Queen getting slowed down and losing her ability to the defensive Clan Castle troops there. If the Dragons, typically the Dragons are trying to get in there and destroy that Clan Castle building. So all those little light troops like Ice Golems and Goblins and I guess Lava Hounds in the other cases will go out there and intercept the Queen. So you gotta be able to get the Dragons to destroy the Clan Castle building before those troops deploy out, and you can actually save a lot with the Queen there. And that also might have been the difference in time as well. So the Dragons just fell a little bit short of where they needed to be, and that really, really hurts him in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Any melee troops that can't fire up at the air ones, they won't even be lured out of the Clan Castle. And that's, like you say, what the pros are trying to do. Use the air troops to get that down, but you then do have to be careful as your heroes are clearing around the outside of the base that they don't get in range and start luring them.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a good plan there. If he just got a little tiny bit bigger push with the Dragons, then we would be looking at a tie war here, but that's not the case. So now we get to see if Super B.L.T.X is going to slip up or if they can sustain their lead.
Lots of support for Super B.L.T.X in the audience. Peng looking to take advantage. They have it in their hands at this point. It always sounds so easy, but if they triple out, Navi cannot catch. Using these sneaky goblins under haste to try and take out these storages. He's got a long way to go before he can get to that town hall. Is he just trying to get the storages here, or do you think he's got? I guess he does have enough goblins as long as he checks for traps first. He's got 2 invis, so he should be able to get the town hall with these.
Very interesting. We saw them running this attack, only this attack, on the very first day of this World Championship. And you can see this base has a lot of collectors and storages inside of the Town Hall compartment. That doesn't deter him at all. He's going to send it anyways. He does get the Sneak Goblins, able to secure the Town takedown. And it looks like he's got the Super Barbarians clearing the outside of the base. They're setting the funnel, so combining the Sneaky Goblins damage right there with what the Super Barbarians did, now the heroes are going to be able to make their way directly into the Monolith and hopefully stay off to the right. And I guess we'll see where they go. But look at the area right behind the Town Hall. If the Queen can get in there, then she can actually take the Town Hall, or not, well, the Town Hall's already gone, but he can get to all of the multi-infernos. He can reach defensive heroes over the wall and get the expos. There's an enormous amount of damage right there in that area that he can go claim.
Yeah, she can reach all of that. You notice the King knocking out the enemy Queen pretty quick there. Also taking down some of the defenses. Should be able to get the Expo, which will help the Queen. Beautiful Warden ability. Captures not just the troops in that top compartment, but also clipped down there by the King as well. See the Electro Titan now just used across towards that 3 o'clock area, or moving across there. He's got Super Barbarians coming in from each angle since he's got tanking all around the core.
This is such a unique way to attack a base. We've never seen any other team using this strategy, but Super B.L.T.X making it look really smooth here as he continues to swarm the back end of this base here. But can he finish it off over the right side? That scatter shot is still standing. The Yeti Mites are going to throw at it, and we'll see if that's enough Yeti Mites there to finish that scatter shot. That'll definitely help on the backside, but he's still holding on to a Queen ability. He's got a Royal Champion ability. He's got a lot of troops. There's the Super Farms. They dodge a Spring Trap and then get inside the minimum range to take the scatter shot down. He's looking like another triple on the board here. Payne gets it done, and Super B.L.T.X is now 3 for 3.
Incredible! They are just making this look too easy. The pressure really mounting on Na'Vi now as they have to respond. This would cause them to be 2 stars behind and need a complete flip in order to take this war. Let's hear from the teams, Eric. This is exciting. See what they got to say.
隐身3点钟上板，隐身上板，隐身上板，对，隐身。
牛逼！牛逼！
太屌了，太屌了！
直接拿下。
主打的一个。
I love to see it. Love to hear the excitement, and definitely earned right now because they are in a very, very good position right now. If they get 2 stars ahead of Na'Vi, then Na'Vi would have to play the rest of the war perfect. So a lot of pressure right now for Na'Vi. They need to make sure this goes through. And that time fail really, really gonna come back to haunt Na'Vi if they end up being a star behind as we go into the final couple of attacks here. So we gotta see if they can get the triple here. This is a very, very critical point of the war.
It certainly is. Na'Vi have been in this position multiple times. They've got players that can 3-star again and again, so they really do just have to focus on their own game. Let's see if they can do it, Eric, because they're ready for the next attack.
You see him all across the top of the Legend League leaderboard. And always at the top of every single tournament, it is stars for our next attack here for Na'Vi. It looks like he's going for a Skelly Donut, maybe Bats. It's hard to say right here. What is his targets right here? But as you can see, he still brought up poison, so he's not going after Pet Castle. He's going to be going after, looks like, Expo, Scattershot, and Eagle Artillery, only using bats, but very interestingly, he's using bats while he has a couple of sweepers facing at him, but he does claim all of his primary targets, plus more. Very, very good value right now, and if he uses the whole crater right there to set up his heroes, he's going to be in a good spot, but he's doing something at the very top of the base here. Maybe getting the heroes to go to the Town Hall. What do you think? The heroes go to the bottom, or do they push the Town Hall here? Oh, no, he's using the blimp.
That's the answer. Blimp with a lot of balloons as well, using that Warden ability. You see the traps, there's the tornado. Manages to pop all of the red air bombs before the blimp will be revealing those troops because he had more than enough time under cover. Town Hall will fall, and then all of these balloons will go down, but he's managed to push this top area, and the Yetis can hopefully help to clear up a little bit more.
Getting those extra expos down is very, very important there. Getting more defense up there. On top of that, the Warden ends up surviving, so he's in a very good spot here, but we have not actually pulled the Clan Castle troops out, so we need to be mindful of that, be ready. This defensive Grand Warden locks onto his Queen, and he does see an opportunity, and he does think get a couple of super farms there, but the Queen is able to sustain. She is able to now get topped off by the Unicorn. She's got the support that she needs, but she's kind of going the wrong direction here, and that could be a problem. I assume the wrong direction. Usually we like to keep the king and the queen together, but maybe this is the plan the whole time. It's really hard to say sometimes with these players.
I would think it's the wrong direction, and like you said, Eric, here are the Clan Castle troops, a bunch of archers again, alongside the super minions, and with the queen going off in the wrong direction, he's got no way to take those down. I really feel like with the skeleton traps down there, he was expecting a hero push to the south.
Yeah, but he's got the poison in place there. The Phoenix and the king are able to work with the poison, and they get the super minions under control. The queen is not just going to be wasting her value on the right side. He does get her the protection that she needs, and she steps her way with Ice Golem, and she'll take out that Multi-Inferno. However, look at the Monolith here. The Monolith needs to be swarmed here by Super Barbs or the World Champion or a Skeleton spell. The queen gets locked onto. He's going to end up losing his ability there. He pops it manually, sees that he needs to pop it, but that's going to hurt him to the backside because he probably wanted that queen ability to get him through the defensive queen, and it's queen. Okay, the queen bails off the wall there, starts to circle down south in a very, very good spot. Watch this queen, though. She gets over there to get the save, save the World Champion. Here comes Headhunters. Here's the freeze, and it looks like he's got it. Stars with the triple for Navi, and they will not let their team fall 2 stars behind.
With an invisibility spell to pretty much swag as well. 20 seconds in the end. That is exactly what they needed to make sure that they have the momentum moving into these final attacks. They are behind. Super B.L.T.X have got this in their own hands. All Navi can do is keep putting up the 3 stars to hope that the pressure and maybe the less experience here on the big stage will get to them. Who knows?
Yeah, you definitely feel the experience, not just from the tournament play here, but with Stars pushes like 6 Legend League accounts every single month, and you see him, I think last month he was number 1, 2, 3, and 5 on the Legend League leaderboard. So like, obviously he knows how to adapt to any different base there and make whatever attack he wants to use work. And you can see that versatility coming into play right there with that attack there. Even when things went a little bit wrong, he was able to make the adjustments and still find a way to take the base down.
Yeah, it always amazes me, even when things are seemingly going wrong, how they're able to adapt and end up getting the 3 stars. Just how much time do you think it takes the players to get to that level? How much practice do they need? Or I guess we can answer that question afterwards, because we've got the next attack ready to go.
Former world champions on both sides of this match. 4 on one team and 1 on the other. Wei was on Nova when they won the World Championship in 2019. But Town Hall 15 is a whole different world, so we'll see if he can get it done here as he goes in with Electro Titan Smash. He's got Super Barbarians that he can use to support here. I always like when we don't go too heavy on Electro Titans. We always keep a couple Super Barbs to go support the backside. You can definitely make up for a lot of the weaknesses of that attack. But oh my god, I love this! Bowler bounces through the Town Hall takedown and get the Monolith on the side, and they're not done yet. They're going to keep on moving and get the flank support for the Queen charge.
I mentioned this on day 1. I loved it last year when we seen the Super Bowler blimp, and Wei making sure that even if everyone else forgot about it, he had that in the back pocket in case there was a base. He could get that major defense behind the Town Hall. Love it, and everything so far has been so calculated and customized to the base. Look at the Electro Titans now, a clear path in towards the Expo and a perfect jump spell placement. They've got access to everything in the center of the base.
Pop that ward ability and a rage of his own as the defensive rage tower goes off, and try to keep himself protected from this damage. He needs to have freezes on standby as soon as he comes out of the ward ability, but he delays them. I feel like he needs to get a freeze or something in there. There's a lot of incoming damage at him. He goes invisible, but the Electro Titans are out ahead there. They're under a lot of damage up there, and it looks like a couple of them are going down, but there are some sustaining. The healers stay locked on. The healers sustain under the rage the entire time, and we still have 1 moving up for the Queen. A couple of traps going off on the healers there, but they're overall staying relatively safe there. Most importantly, keeping his heroes protected behind him.
Yeah, I feel as long as the Queen can get that multi, keep the ability, she can take down the Expo. We've still got the Royal Champion and a couple of spells for that defending Royal Champion and Expo. Over a minute left. I think this is looking good for Wei, but he's still got a lot of deployment that he has to get right. He could still very easily mess this one up.
Try to get the skeleton spell in the right spot there. Notice how it's placed. I feel like it's a little bit far from the Royal Champion. Maybe it's okay, though. I would like to see the skeleton. It needed to be on the other side of the wall there. You don't want to put the skeleton in the range of the multi so it gets burned up quickly, but you wanted it to tank the Royal Champion. A little bit of mistake there. Has to burn the freeze, but he does get the Royal Champion down. Pops the Queen ability, and he still got it. He still got it. Super B.L.T.X is now on track for a perfect war.
Against the former world champions. 4 attacks, 4 3-stars, and if Navi do not continue their 3-star streak themselves, then Super B.L.T.X only need to 2-star in this final attack to knock them out of the competition.
Absolutely crazy, but not only that, but like Navi has such a high percentage. If they do get a defense, then they could quickly turn this around. Like if a defense is unlikely to get that close unless it's just a time field, just like what Gaku got. But this is a very, very intense match here, and they're both playing extremely, extremely well right now. And this is still anybody's game, but Navi, once again, with the pressure on, still with Kazuma and Klaus to go in and close that war. But they are definitely some of the strongest closers in all of Clash of Clans esports. They can definitely handle this pressure. They've done it time and time again, and they just need to do it one more time right here.
Yeah, it's difficult to understand what they must be going through. You can have clan wars at home, you can even have the community tournaments and the qualifiers, but nothing quite compares to being in the live studio environment with everybody watching you, cheering, the lights, the cameras. There's so much more to it. So let's see if Navi can continue with their next attack.
Master of the Queen Charge, well known for what he can do with this attack here. Nearly flawless in almost every play that he makes. Let's see if he can make that happen, though. He's got a battle drill. He's got 30 super barbarians going heavy on the super wall breakers as he gets ready for what would have to be a very, very deep push in this base here. But I have to wonder, with that many super wall breakers, does he intend to push his queen from one side of the base of the Eagle Artillery start all the way across to the Town Hall? Definitely a possibility here with what he typically does, and I can see him doing that. But I guess we'll find out here as he sets up down south. He's already got something set up there to funnel maybe the King into the Multi-Inferno down with the Royal Champion. Notice how the Royal Champion pad down the bottom compartment is touching the walls next to that Multi-Inferno. So that the Royal Champion will jump the wall, but he's not going to rely on that. He goes in and puts a skeleton spell down south. Maybe could have waited till the Royal Champion jumps the wall. That's a very, very good thing right there. But the Warden and the King go in together, wall break the Queen, more fun on the side of the Queen, and we'll try to drive her through the wall break.
Yeah, beautiful wall break for the Queen, waiting until the Expo in that compartment was down so that he could best manage those. He's got to mitigate damage on both sides here as the CC splits. A couple go across to the Queen, a couple come down to the King. What are you seeing here, Eric?
That battle drill. He used the battle drill to create the pathing for the King. It popped open and it actually broke all the walls open, so we didn't have the wall break there. Very, very creative push right there, but now he needs to get this Town Hall secured. He starts to make his approach into his... Okay, healers, they're okay, they're okay.
They just took one in. No, they're not okay yet.
More traps.
They're not okay yet. I think the ability's going, but...
Yeah, he's going to lose the healers here. The Queen is going to go down soon, and he needs to secure the Town Hall takedown. Guys, this is trouble here for Kazuma. Hold it together. He's still going to defend the Queen in the backside of the base. He's seen a couple spells. He's got a lot of super barbarians left here. This is a very, very tense moment. Kazuma needs to be able to sustain this World Champion. She takes the Town Hall down, but she's going to take the blast. She's dropping. Guys, this is not looking too hot. Oh, no. Kazuma's in trouble.
He needed the King and Royal Champion to move up to this top section. That's why he was waiting to reinforce with the Super Barbarians. And you talked about percentage, Eric, but this is the... Oh, the scatter shot hit those troops before he even got the invisibility spell in.
Wow.
An 88% 2-star, which means for Navi to have any opportunity, this next attack needs to go
1 star.
Extremely wrong. Extremely wrong for Super B.L.T.X.
Yeah, it looks like what, counting 16 buildings behind right now? 16 buildings, I think. So, yeah, all right, well, there's no delay here. Let's get in the next attack here, and let's see what happens if they can lock in this win.
Stars required to knock the current world champions out of this year's competition. Starts with the giant attack. Headhunters to nicely take out this king. We've seen this with the attack from Wade just before this. Quickly using a couple of troops, get the enemy king, a little bit of funneling. Got the rocket balloons. That town hall is well protected. He needs to guarantee to get that. And we've got the battle blimp flying in. Once he's got this town hall secured, it's looking good after that.
Watch for traps, watch for traps. I'm looking at the ground there. I'm seeing nothing going off on these super archers. The area is clear. He gets the monolith. He's stuck on the ice golems potentially here. Oh, there's a chance! There's a chance!
Oh, my
goodness!
He, oh my word!
Okay,
he had it under control, and he missed the invisibility. You've got to have that counting to 4 down. This is huge. This is what Navi needed. He's got to get rid of these CC troops, create the pathing, get into that town hall. Forget about the 3-star. 50% 2 is all he needs.
Gotta get the town hall, but he destroyed a handful of buildings around it, so he has nothing for his troops to lock onto. He has to approach it from the top side and get his heroes in there. He's trying to break the funnel there, but the funnel was not very well established because the super archers lost their value. He swarms the defensive queen. He's got header, he's got ice golems. Queen deploys at the very top of the base there, but she needs to go into the town hall. He's making her way in right there. He's keeping it under control. He's keeping his cool. That's what you gotta do in this situation. You cannot panic. You have to make sure that town hall goes down absolutely no matter what.
The good thing about the super archers, it didn't fail straight away. He got a couple of invisibilities, so he managed to get some defenses down, which does give the queen clear path into that town hall. She's locked on. She's got the ability. We're on 45%, Eric. We're nearly there. He can cheer in any moment. 50% 2-star. Super B.L.T.X are winning this war.
At a minimum, 14 stars. And they do officially defeat Navi, our former world champions, in this match here. And that means they are in the top 3 in the world right now. All that stands are the last 2 teams that are going to be sitting in the upper bracket. They'll send somebody down for them to face, but there's only a couple rounds left until we crown a world champion, and 1 more team is knocked out of the competition.
I have to say, I love that 7 is continuing to attack it. It doesn't know whether he's going to need this focus with the final troops in the next matches. Even though he'd won, knew he did everything, he was still trying to use the wall breaks at the end there to get any extra percentage. Stay focused. They can breathe a sigh of relief. This was the match that they needed to come out swinging on top form, and they have done that. What a performance.
Yeah, 14 stars is nothing short of impressive here. And when things go that horribly wrong on that super archer move, you know it's high risk, high reward.
Yep.
And you just got to keep your cool. And it's not easy to keep your cool when you're literally watching by tens of thousands of people live. Like that's not an easy thing to do. It's an enormous amount of pressure, but he keeps his cool. And now we get to see Navi's final attack as they walk away from this world championship.
Nobody can take the legendary status away from Navi, especially Klaus, the man, the myth, the legend, finishing off for us with... is he going with a blimp himself?
He's got enough for a Skelly Donut. He's got Sneaky Goblins, a single healer. So he's going to start off with the Clan Castle and the Monolith takedown. And a lot of times when we see him do this attack here, we see that one healer on the queen, and he calculates it out exactly perfect to try to make sure that that's the only healing that he needs there to get the queen to her target there, trying to figure out if that's the better way to get it. Yeah, he's gonna miss that mono. That's gonna definitely hurt him there, especially if he wants the queen to go to the town hall. But I would really like to see Na'Vi still hit 13 stars in this match here. So if anybody can recover after Skelly Jonah miss, then it is Klaus. And the CC takedown is more important than the monolith. The monolith is really nice there, but it's more about just making sure the defensive clan castle troops do not deploy and distract your heroes while they take their primary targets. And I don't think that monolith will ever lock on to his queen as she makes her way forward to the town hall. So is this going to be a little bit of a nuisance for the Lalo?
Yeah, a little bit early on the initial headhunters there. Enemy queen now engaging the attacking king, and I don't think he's going to get through. He might, I mean, he's reinforced with the royal champion. She's now trying to get the expo. He's not going to get the scatter shot and too much more value unless Diggy can massively help out here.
He's got an extra visibility here. He can use it on the royal champion, but he might want it for the queen. Hard to say here. Queen about to engage the defensive king, and he's got these sneaky goblins that he's starting to test into the town hall, but they're still going off to the right there and goes over to the storage. Now he's got the pathing to get the sneaky goblins to lock on the town hall. One to test, gets the traps out of the way, and it looks like he is now clear to go in, but he just lost his queen. And the question is, did she get the value he's looking for? Even the healer stepping in to make sure that town hall goes down. And a freeze as well. Okay, he does secure the town hall, but he burned a lot of resources right now. And now, as they make their final push here, he tries to get Na'Vi to 13 stars and end on a high note in their World Championship. But remember that Na'Vi is going to place 4th, and that means that is still a very, very solid performance out of this team. Making it to this stage in the first place, and it's just this shows you with the caliber of teams that are still remaining how amazing Super B.L.T.X is playing this morning.
Absolutely, and especially the entertainment that Na'Vi has given us throughout the first couple of days. The match versus Tribe yesterday had everyone on the edge of their seats. Now, I was thinking, he's been struggling a lot during this attack, and it looked relatively good there until that scatter, or not relatively good, but relatively good to get a good percentage anyway before that scatter shot wrecked the rest of his balloons. So you'll climb up towards 80%. Sometimes when things go wrong at the start, there's very limited possibilities you have. Some armies are better to adapt than others. Yeah. He's got the 2-star. He's just watching the rest of the troops go out, and I think whilst Na'Vi will obviously be frustrated, they can leave here with their heads held high. Let's give it up for Na'Vi. Round of applause, everybody, because they have been brilliant this weekend, and they've certainly given us lots of entertaining attacks to enjoy.
But more importantly, give it up for your winners of this lower bracket match, Super B.L.T.X. 14 stars on the board, and they take down the former world champions. A massive win here for this Chinese team, and they definitely show that they are one of the best teams in the world, and they deserve 1000% to be here today.
Absolutely. They have won the last 2 matches they've had. Strut yesterday, and then the match there with Na'Vi. Convincingly incredible performance. Just astonishing gameplay on attack and defense. And we are joined with Itsu up here. I can't wait to hear what you thought of that matchup, my friend, because I think everybody is just blown away.
I mean, that was a huge upset, I feel like, for a lot of people. We have seen the percentages, like what the community thinks, who is going to make it to the final match and who's going to become the world champion again. It was over 50% believing in Na'Vi, and there were not that many people believing into Super B.L.T.X. So really, really impressive performance. And I think at this point, I just want to hear it from the players and see what they think about that match, what went wrong and what went right, if there was even anything going wrong. But let's hear from